Former Arsenal and Real Madrid player Mesut Ozil has retired from football. The legendary German World Cup winner from the 2014 side has decided to put his boots in the locker. What's going on, people? TroopzTV, back again. Back up blood clot again, you understand? Something different, blood. Something old school, you get me? My man's running it back, blood, you get me? The old school uploads, you get me? Obviously, the news came out today that our former player who won our first trophy for 9 years, he was the catalyst in that team. Mesut Ozil has retired from football today, you understand? So everyone's having their 2 pence and them thing there, you get me? So it's only right that I have my 2 pence, blood, you get me? I had the privilege to watch this man play football week in, week out at the Emirates Stadium, all around England, all around Europe, you understand? I saw the man at work, you get me? It wasn't all rosy, you understand? But Ozil, for me, the first thing I will say is that, for me, he is out of his generation, out of his era, he is the best number 10. He is the best creative midfielder. No one was like him, blood. You understand? Like, we're going to take it way back, blood. You get me? Obviously, you lot already know he came from Gelsenkirchen. You understand? He joined Schalke. He came through the ranks, got his move to Werder Bremen. People don't really know about him then. When he came to the to the front line was the under 21 Euros. When was it? I think it was 2009 or 2008. He won that, you understand? He was in that team with Muller. He was in that team with Khedira. He was in that team with, who else was in it? Neuer. Couple other men were in it, you understand? The golden generation of German football, you understand? Then he got his move to Real Madrid, you get me? We saw what he done at Real Madrid, you understand? Him, Benzema, Ronaldo, it was madness watching him play there, you understand? I'm gonna get into the stats and all that in a minute, but obviously his time at Real Madrid was wonderful. Somehow we signed him on that end of that. I remember that deadline day, blood, yeah? I remember we played Tottenham on the weekend before. We beat them 1-0 and we needed signings, blood, you get me? I remember going into that Tottenham game and it was the first time that we were not the favourites, you understand? We were the underdogs, blood, at the Emirates as well, bro. Like, there's been a couple occasions when we've gone down to the shithole and we haven't been the favourites, but at the Emirates, our home patch, you understand? Obviously we won, you know them and the idiot, but then we all know that we needed a signing, you get me? Nobody thought Ozil was gonna pull up, blood, you get me? And I remember when the news was trickling through on Sky Sports News that, yo, the man could be signing, the Emirates went mad, blood, you get me? The Emirates went fucking crazy, bro, you understand? I remember like watching Sky Sports News and all the fans in the background jumping all over the fucking reporter. Like, it was like, because at that time, it was very glum, like it was very doom and gloom, you get me, at Arsenal at that time, blood, you understand? We wasn't winning no trophies. We were just getting in top 4, selling our best players. It wasn't looking good, blood, you get me? Like, we sold Van Persie and then the replacement was Giroud. So you understand, you know, the levels, blood, you get me? But when Ozil came in, he brought like excitement to the club, you get me? And he was a player that I have seen, being the age I am, I've seen that level of player, that caliber of player, that player who can control a game with his eyes closed, blood, you get me? I've seen that. So when he came, it was very fitting, bro, you get me? And he slotted in. It was like a glove, blood. He just fitted straight on, bro, you understand? And I remember that season, bro, he lit up the place, blood. His debut game away at Sunderland, I remember that assist he gave to Giroud, the assist he gave Ramsey, and then the next game was Champions League. We're going to be there next season, blood, you understand? That's where that goal was, you get me, blood? And you get me, against Napoli, he slotted it in, and it was good, bro, you get me? And we won our first trophy for 9 years, you understand? That famous FA Cup, being 2-0 down to Hull, and then coming back and winning 3-2. We defended it the next year, 2015. 2016 was his best season for me as an Arsenal player. For me, he done enough that season to win the league, blood. You get me? He done more than enough. He was on 19 assists by December, bro. You get me? That's unheard of. You understand? That's Erling Haaland stats, bro, in assists. You get me? That's what Ozil was on. You understand? Putting it on a plate, left, right, and centre, week in, week out. Donkey Kong missing it, blood, aka fucking Giroud, blood. You understand? He deserved to win that league title. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be. Leicester won it. You get me? 2017, he won the FA Cup. You get me? We defeated Chelsea. Everyone thought we were going to lose. If you actually go back to my AFTV clips from that time, I said we was going to win. I said we beat City in the semi, and I said we beat Chelsea, and we did. You understand? That Wenger last year was probably the season where he started to fall off, blood. You get me? I'll be real. That's probably when he started to fall off. You get me? Like, I'm not saying he was at the top in every game from he signed until 2018. Like, he would go missing away from home. You understand? I remember being away. I remember being at City. I remember being at United, and he's nowhere to be seen. Anfield. I know he had that in his game. You understand? I'm not denying that, but the man was a wizard, bro. You understand? And we have to put respect on his name, blood. You get me? He did fall off. It did end sadly. You get me? Between him and Arteta when he went on his righteous thing. You understand? I think he was. I don't think what he said was wrong. You get me? But obviously, being in the position he is, you're not really allowed to say that kind of stuff. You get me? So it was sad how it ended. But you understand? We have to pay homage to Mesut Ozil every time, blood. You understand? Now, I'm going to give you the stats, blood. Yeah? Because some of these stats will never be broken. Like, will never, bro. You understand? We're going to take it back, yeah, to April 2011, yeah, against the scum, yeah, when he played for Madrid, yeah. He created 12 chances in a 4-0 win, the most recorded in a 90-minute Champions League match. This was in 2011. We're now in 2023, and the record still ain't been done. You understand? He has done things that I think will stand in football for a long time. Obviously, records are there to be broken, but it's gonna take someone on absolute crud. You get me? Maybe De Bruyne, his time's running out, blood. You understand? I don't know who else. Maybe a Gavi, maybe one of them man there could do it, blood. You get me? We're gonna go to 2015, 2016 season, the season where I said he'd done enough to win the Premier League, blood. You get me? He created 146 chances. Not only was it the most recorded in a single Premier League campaign, it was the most in a top 5 European season. Yeah. So out of all the top 5 European leagues, so the Premier League, La Liga, the Bundesliga, Serie A, and Liga, the French league, he created the most chances, blood, ever. Yeah. 2017. Yeah. May. Yeah. Arsenal again. Yeah. He created 12 chances against Sunderland, the most recorded in a Premier League game. When people say Ozil underachieved, yeah, he done his job. He had Donkey Kong up top, fucking it up, week in, week out. I remember being in the stands, watching that fucking fraud miss chance after chance, blood. Iwobi, Welbeck, all these man, blood, yeah? The only one who would finish his dinner was Alexis Blood Clot Sanchez. And he was the first man to get the blood clot in his name, dog, yeah? Atum and Humba and their man there. You understand? And obviously, he had the most assists in the Bundesliga in 2009-2010. He had the most assists in the World Cup 2010. He had the most assists in La Liga 2011-2012. He had the most assists at the Euros in 2012. And he had the most assists in the Premier League in 2015-2016, blood. You get me? Like, you understand? Homage has to be paid on this man, bro. You get me? Like, Ozil's one of them players, because he was a luxury player, he don't get the respect he deserves. Because De Bruyne is more hardworking and he's more up and down the pitch, like he gets more admiration. You get me? Because Ozil was just lapsy-daisy, it looked like he wasn't even trying, blood. You get me? Like at times, like the shit he would do, bro, like this goal here, yeah? This goal right here, blood, yeah, is one of the greatest Champions League goals ever to be scored, blood, yeah? The balls on this man to do what he did, blood. Look at the position of the keeper, Jets, blood. Look at the keeper, blood. Look at Ozil. Look where the ball, he's got no chance, blood. Yeah? I'm going to show you the goal when I come off camera, blood, yeah? Because the people, them know what he done here, blood. Yeah? The goal, when everyone said Arsenal are cooking under Emery, Leicester at home, yeah? That goal, he starts it and finishes that goal, blood, yeah? There are goals this man scored, yeah? There was a volley he scored, blood, yeah? Me and Trey was at the game. It was against Newcastle, yeah? Trey was at the game, blood, yeah? Trey would never see a goal like that, blood, yeah? They check the techers on, you know when you say techers? This man had techers, blood, yeah? This man had techers, rude boy, yeah? You understand? And people say he underachieved. Maybe he could have won more, you get me? Because he was so good. But he still did win a lot, bro. You get me? He still did win a lot, blood. He won the German Player of the Year in 2015. Obviously, we know he's a World Cup winner. He won La Liga in 2011, 2012. People say that he only won one league title. That was the issue. Blame Donkey Kong, yeah? That's why Donkey Kong ain't in that picture, yeah? You see Vermaelen, Arteta, man like Pody and Mesut, blood, yeah? There's that pussy old Cronky right there, blood. You see how he's blocked, though? I love it. Man like Prince William, I don't know who that bar-led Don is, though. You get me? He must be, I don't know who he is, neither, blood, but he's in an Arsenal suit, so he must be someone. Somebody let me, I'm not too sure who he is, blood. You get me? But there's reasons why Ozil didn't win a league title at Arsenal. Do you understand? He wasn't like, it's like now, yeah, with the team we have, and you don't, and then you never added Trossard to finish it off, blood. It's like that, Jets, where you have it, but you just need to add 1, 2 little more, and then you're gone. That's what Ozil needed. Him and Alexis, they deserved so. People say there's players you wish that were in this run now. Alexis, Ozil, Aubameyang. I wish they were, and Laka. I wish they were involved in this title running, because for me they done enough to deserve to be involved in this kind of thing. You get me? Ozil especially, blood. That man, what he done for this club, blood. He brought us back from the dead. Literally, he brought us back from the dead. Alexis wouldn't be at the club. Aubameyang, all these top names. You can, what you want to say about Aubameyang, what you want to say about Alexis. I kind of went against Alexis, but Alexis was my guy, blood. You understand? When he left, I did a whole fucking post. Ask Robbie, blood. Where like I got all of his shirts here and I put it on my sofa and then I played the fucking Bone Thugs tune. Bow, 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 and tell me what you're gonna do. Like it hurt, man, bro. You understand? Like these man deserve it, like, but he also, get me, let me get back into what he won, blood. He won 4 FA Cups at Arsenal, blood. You get me? He was part of that 2020 World Cup, FA Cup winning squad with Arteta, blood, his first trophy, blood. He was part of that, blood. He won the German Cup with Werder Bremen. He won the Copa del Rey with Madrid. He won the Super Cup with Madrid. He won 2 Community Shields. We don't worry about that. He won the Under-21 Championship, which I spoke about earlier. And he won the Under-19 Bundesliga Championship with Schalke when he was a youth, blood. You get me? For me, Ozil done a lot, blood. You get me? I just think he was let down at Arsenal. You get me? And I think every Arsenal fan will admit that, blood. You get me? That Mesut Ozil was let down, blood. You understand? But you get me? That's my thoughts on the man, the myth, the legend. I wouldn't say he's a legend at Arsenal. You get me? For me, to be a legend at a club, you have to win a league title, bro. You get me? I think he is a cult hero, and he is one of the greatest players to play at the Emirates Stadium. You get me? He is, bro. You understand? And he is one of our most gifted ever players, blood. You get me? But legend, I wouldn't go that far. He is definitely a cult hero, though, blood. You get me? But you lot, let me know what you think about Ozil, blood, his time as a footballer, his time at Arsenal, in the comments below. You understand? We're going to be running more of these, blood. You get me? So look out for them, blood. Old school Troopz back again. You already know the damn thing. Subscribe to the blood clot thing. And like I said on the old school videos, yeah? It's TroopzTV. And we're out.